welcome back to Digger Dan Metal Detecting. I'm back out actually on a field that I don't really take you guys on. I've not really done this that much. It's not the busiest of fields, but there has been a few good little bits come off here. I've had a few hammers and bits and bobs. As you can see, it has got maize on it again, which is starting to get rather tall now. It's getting there. It may be the last time I get on these fields, possibly, and then I'll have to hit those wildflower ones that have been reseeded because they're nice and flat still. There's not a lot of growth on them yet. But yeah, this may be the last time I get on here. You know how fast this stuff grows. In a week it can grow at nearly a foot. But yeah, we'll see how we get on today. If I don't have much luck on here, maybe I'll just pop over to the Roman field. But I'm going to try my hardest to give this a good day's detecting. You know, you've got to spend a day on a field, haven't you? We had a cracking day last week. Had that little treasure item, which I have reported now. I've got a treasure number and it's all bagged up, ready to go when I get a chance to take it to the FLO. That was that little Charles II and Catherine cufflink, memorial cufflink, which is pretty awesome, yeah. We all love finding little bits and bobs like that, don't we? But yeah, hopefully that'll go through the treasure act and I'll get it back. And it'll go in my display cabinet, which will be nice. They don't always take everything if it's not that important, you know. It's worth registering and then you'll get it back. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. I'm on the Manticore, on the M9 coil today, and we'll get in between the maize whilst we still can. I'll see you on that first live hole. I'm kind of heading along that edge, which is the opposite side of the hedgerow to where I found that cufflink. As you can see, this is just a game of weaving him in and out of the maize here in the rows. I can just get in between, you know, just keep weaving in and out. That sounds very irony, that one. Yeah, it's just a case of taking my time, little swings, which is quite awkward. But you got to do what you got to do, haven't you? You know, you'll still find stuff. Probably not as much as you would had you had a full swing, but that sounds pretty awful. I'm not gonna dig that one. There is a bit of trash on this field, unfortunately, as well, but isn't there on every field? Bit of iron false in there. This coil definitely does false on the iron a little bit more. It's not I wouldn't call it a beginner's coil, this one. You've got to really listen. See, there you go again, look. Just a little turn though. I figured out, you know, as with most machines really, you've just give it a little turn on the signal and it'll either change to iron or stay clear most of the time. I haven't dug a lot of iron with it. It's just about listening to those tones, isn't it? But it definitely does, because it's small, I think it just catches. You can see that. That's a shotty end just there. I think that's what that was catching off the edge of the coil. See how far away from the coil that was? But it wasn't that anyway. But it got rid of that iron tone, that's for sure. Little 26, 25, not very clear dot on the screen, but worth a little dig. At least it's softer down there. There's something down there. It's not the best of signals, but it's our first one. Probably that piece of wire there. There we go, wire to start the day. I get quite a lot of that on here, to be fair. Cable. But there you are. Yeah, we'll carry on, see what we get. 27, 28, sounds quite shallow. I'm really struggling actually for signals. I've been going for quite a little while now and I really am struggling. It's weird, there's like grass seed in there, in between the rows. Yeah, I just seem to be struggling. I remember when they last ploughed this before they seeded with maize. When they ploughed it, I came on it and it was super quiet, and I thought, well, that's probably because it's been freshly ploughed. Where's that gone? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I thought maybe it's because it's been freshly ploughed that it would be... I've got there just a piece of lead, unfortunately, it's just a blob. Yeah, I thought maybe that's why it would be quiet, because of the aeration, you know, when they first plough something. But it seems they've, I don't know, maybe this one's been turned over and it's just put the fines deeper down, or I don't know really. I'm not really sure. It's a bit of an odd one, but like I say, there's not much going on. I'm sort of struggling for signals in general. Apart from falsing. Plenty of that. There is trash on here. I've had to say that. Look, now I start finding signals. 19, 20, 18, 19. Sounds surfacey again, doesn't it? That's the most signals I've had since I've been on it. That's my spade going on. Oh, here we go. Didn't sound that deep, strangely. It's sorry guys, our pinpoint is going to go off on my trowel. Pinpointer just goes off all the time. It's here somewhere. What was that, an 18, 19, wasn't it? Looking green, whatever it is. Something green, a little bit of bronze. Not really sure what, but... Okay, so I think we're on to our first actual find. This was about a 17, 18. And I thought, to start with, I thought it was a button, but looking at the two little pins on each side here, little like rivets, sorry, I'd say that's a little medieval decoration, or harness, like a strap decoration, or leather mount if you like. Let's have a little look at the back here. I haven't taken the dirt out of the back here yet. I'm going to say that there's going to be two little, or one left usually. Try and get that out. Yeah, it is. You can see the little rivets where it would have been on the leather strap. That's pretty cool. Took some finding, but it's it's pretty cool. Sometimes there's some material left in these. There might be a little bit left around that. I think there is. I won't brush that too heavily there. Don't know if you can see that, but round that second little, if I can get it to focus, come on, that second little rivet, there is some fibres there, which would be some material, which is amazing. I always think that's incredible that these little things, I find strap ends and things with the material still in the middle, but that is very cool. And definitely I'd say medieval. Correct me if I'm totally wrong there, but I would have said medieval. Someone pointed out that that cufflink last week. Yes, it was post medieval. I said medieval, but I forget to say that they a bit later. I think from 14 something onwards. I can't remember the exact dates, but 14 something onwards is post medieval, isn't it? So, but yeah, that's really cool. That is very pleased with that as the first actual find of the day. I've had nothing else, nothing to put in the pot, just trash today so far. So yeah, really pleased with that. Beautiful. Something to just show you as well. I was just setting some soil up there. I was going to take a nice little picture, and I was putting this here, and I was thinking, oh, I was catching it there. Look how far away this little coil will catch a signal off the side, you know. That's quite some reach. I mean, I'm out of the coils, and listen how clear that is. I mean, get over the coil, but that's away from the coil at the same height, and that's picking that up to the side, you know. It shows how big that coil actually is. I know it's small, but it's very big. But yeah, I thought I'd just show you that. That's really impressive. I mean, that's a small item as well, but it just grabs to the side, you know. You're not missing anything. You're not losing coverage, that's for sure. And definitely not depth. That was down there as well, actually. That was probably 5-6 inches. So yeah, very nice. Usually sort of record 11s, 10-11s, but that's quite a nice little signal. Plus I haven't had many, so we'll start filming sort of lower numbers, I think. I normally miss them, to be honest. They're quite often something good, you know. I have Roman coins at 8s, 9s. Right in there, I'll get the pinpointer in there and figure this one out. So I'm missing it. Yeah, it was just a little closer to those plants, which I was trying to avoid digging with the spade. Yeah, it is, I think, still just in that side, so it is getting close to it, but we can manage it. And then a few people were worried that I was digging in the crops last week. Ah, look at that. That's why I don't usually dig them on the live. Big bit of foil, look. Horrible stuff. Yeah, a few people were kind of worried that I was digging around in the crops, but I have got permission. I'm not just doing it. I'm allowed to carry on detecting until I can swing no more, he said. Like I say, he was a detectorist himself, so yeah, he understands it all. He knows that I'm respectful and I avoid the plants at all costs if I can help it. If I have to dig the odd one up, it gets planted back in, you know, so I'm not destroying anything. And there's plenty of room here, as you can see, for my little coil, my little technique here. I just sort of kind of walk sideways. You get a little bit more of a swing in there. I think I cover a little bit more ground by swinging slightly at an angle. A bit harder work, but quite a solid 20 there. Oh, and I'm in a wheel track, so that's a little bit harder ground there. I didn't think it was that deep, so it's already out. And it's just another piece of lead. Like I say, not many signals, but when I do get one, this seems to be, so far it's been lead and trash. Yeah, nothing on it. Another one for the scrap bucket. Still enjoying it though. It's still good to be out, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, like I say, I may have to jump onto another field if it carries on like this. But yeah, we'll see. Finally, we got something else. And it's a little bit of button pawn. It was coming in at about a 1920, I think. pretty crystal clear. But yeah, look at that, nice little decoration. Shame it's missing one side, and it's missing the shank. But a nice, very big button that would have been. But yeah, nice little decoration on there. I do like little buttons with a bit of detail on them. They're pretty cool, aren't they, really? Very well made. But yeah, nice little bit of button porn for the day as well. Probably my best signal so far, I think. Lovely 25-26. Not so good on the 2D screen. There's a bit of a blur on it, but yeah, I really am struggling today. Just hope there's going to be a little reward for the struggle. That'd be nice. What have we got there? Something green looking. A bit of an odd little thing. Definitely got some age to it anyway. Probably another little sort of part of a little leather decoration again, maybe. Missing the stud. Sort of an egg-shaped bit. But yeah, nothing too spectacular. And we'll carry on. Well, I apologise for any road noise. Hopefully it's not too bad. Now this one was on the surface, 16, and I spotted it straight away. I could see the green, and it was just the little edge poking out. Now it's a bit of an odd one. I mean, I've had a good clean up of it, but look at the raise, how thick and raised that is. It's bronze. Now that looks very much like a Roman coin, and that almost looks like a bust. And there's also something else on the reverse, but it's heavily, you know, very, very raised. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen definitely not a Roman coin like that. But that definitely looks, it's got an odd look. Whether am I just seeing things? Is that a bust? It looks to me like a bust facing left. But it's, like I say, it's hugely indented, isn't it, or raised. Let me know what you think of that, guys. But that looks very much like a Roman coin to me. But I've never seen one like it. That's very odd. So thick. I just don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. But if it is a Roman coin, yeah, great. That's an odd one on me. Never seen anything like that. Definitely looks like a coin, and looks like it's been hammered, doesn't it? Is that a bust, or am I just seeing things? But it's got something on both sides, hasn't it? So yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think of that. I can't make out what that is on that side, and I don't think there's any. Is there any writing or anything around the outsides? I don't think there is. A few marks there, but what is that on that side? That's an odd one, very odd. Is it an animal, or is it a person standing? I mean, it's right, it's almost the right orientation as well. When you flip the coin, it's there, isn't it? How they are, you know, you flip them and they're... But yeah, that definitely looks like a bust. You've got a neck here, back of the head, and the face is a bit missing, but it's... I don't know, I really don't know. That one's got me. But yeah, let me know what you think of that, guys. Very interesting. This next one was coming in at about a 20. A little bit iffy, but it's the top of a... very top. Oh, the sun's coming back out, lovely. Clouded up for quite a while. It was the very top of a crotal bell, and it's a shame that it's broken. It would have been a very small one, I think. But yeah, I haven't found a full crotal bell in quite some time, so it'd be nice to find one. But yeah, the very top, the little loop at the top of a crotal bell there. Well, there certainly seems to be more targets to this side of the field, I think I'm finding a little bit more, to be honest. So, well, I think I'll stick around here for a little while. But we've got some mega button pawn here, look, and that design looks quite old to me. You can see it's got no shank, it's just kind of hollow on the back, but you can see it's been punched, hasn't it? It's been, yeah, they've used a kind of punch to make that design, that pattern, which is very cool. Yeah, it just kind of shouts out that it's a little bit older to me. Don't know, I'm assuming that is a button. I mean, it's got no shank, it's dished. But that is very cool, very nice. Not sure on that at all, to be honest, but yeah, definitely looks older. At this one, I was a little bit off. I don't know if this was on edge, but it was given a really iffy 60s. And as I was digging, it was changing. It went to 80s, then it went into the 90s. And we've got this. I've managed to pull this out of the side of the hole here. Now, I'm not sure whether this is a coin, possibly. It's still in the clod here. I wonder if we can get a little imprint. Yes, just slightly there. It looks like a coin. It's very misshapen. I'm wondering, actually, is this a big Roman? There's a good possibility. It's quite, I don't know. It's a bit of a thick one. Give her a spray up and see what we've got. I can feel some lumps and bumps. I'm half wondering if that is a big Roman coin, you know. I'm not sure there's going to be any detail on it, but with those numbers, it's definitely. Not sure if there's any detail on that at all, really. Might get something off it. I can feel the raised areas on it. It's definitely. That's a thick old coin. It's got to be Roman, hasn't it? And strangely enough, I don't actually know where I. Oh, Christ! Oops, sorry guys, dropped you there. Yeah, I don't know where I put it, but actually, there was a piece of Roman pottery that came out of this hole. Strangely, so I will check this hole. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to get anything off of this. Sorry about that, guys. I leaned to the side and my phone fell off its little stand. Just having one of those days. Now, what we got there? There is a person standing there. That is a big, big Roman coin. And I think... Have we got a bust? Possible bust facing right there, I think. That's a big coin. Surprising, I found a fibula over this side of the field once as well, or a part of a fibula. But that, yeah, I'm pretty certain. You've got that person standing in the middle of that is a big chunk of a Roman coin, that. Big Sestercius or a Dupondius. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that other one I found is a Roman coin as well. So we're being well and truly rewarded here for our efforts. Not a lot of detail on that, but that's pretty cool. That's a very big Roman coin, and I'm definitely going to check this hole. Lovely job on the Roman. Got an emperor standing there with her arms, or a goddess even possibly, with her arms out, normally holding something. Is there something there as well? Not sure. You can definitely see her. But yeah, not sure about that bust side. It's a bit of an odd one. Which way up would it be? She's there. Should be that way. Yeah, he's facing right. I'm pretty sure that's his hair, or his wreath in his hair on his head. There is some writing around the outside still as well. There's something there, isn't there? But yeah, very cool. Big, big Roman coin there. tiny little 8 signal, 8 to 10, and it's this very, very small buckle pin. It wasn't very deep at all, it was quite close, about an inch under, I should think. And it's quite old looking, it's very crude. It's got some file marks there. You can see some more file marks around this side. I'm going to say, yeah, probably off a medieval buckle, post-medieval possibly. But yeah, very cool little find. You don't very often find buckle pins, and this little coil's perfect for pulling little tiny bits out like that. But yeah, very good little coil indeed. If it's pulling stuff out like that, you're not missing a lot. That's tiny, as you can see. But yeah, lovely, nice little find. About 1920. I'm in Roman 2 now. Changed fields because although I was finding the odd bit, it was very hard going, and I've walked quite a way across this field without a signal. It's just quiet today, that's all, strangely. And I'm sort of making my way towards the Roman field. I think that's where I'm going to head, because I think this is a piece of lead as well. Yeah, just another piece of lead, unfortunately. Yeah, very quiet today. Strangely, spookily quiet. Just seem to walk quite a long way before I get any kind of signal, and then it's usually lead. But we'll carry on. I'll keep heading for that Roman field, I think, where it's a bit flatter. Right, first Roman field signal of the day. That's a little 9-10, just in there, quite a small signal, quite tight. We'll have a go, let's see if we can do a live Roman coin. It's out straight away. Could be just lead again. Oh, that's, ground's a bit more solid now. Think it's just small lead. Yeah, it's this time. Very similar signals to Roman coins though. Well, I always get excited when you get a signal like this, especially on this field. 33, 32. Pretty solid. There's a bit of Roman greyware just there as well. You just never know on here. The possibilities on here are endless. Still in there. Got a bit of an irony tone in there, but so is the rest of this field. That sounds beautiful. It really does. It's one of those perfect signals again, isn't it? There's that little bit of grey where I don't think there's anything on it. Get a lot of little flat blank pieces on here. But yeah, I don't keep them all. I've got bags and bags of it. I like to keep the little pot rims. And what we got there? I can see something green. Are we on to a little thick Roman coin? That is quite small for such a big signal, but it is a Roman coin, I believe. So what's that? I think it's probably my third signal on here, and we're straight onto the Romans. This little coil, honestly, just, yeah, picks them out. I'm sure I would have been missing these with the 11-inch. I think this has just got that edge on separation and it just picks them out. Let me just put my pinpointer away. Let me have a little look at this. I'll see if there's any detail. If not, then we'll carry on. We'll have a look at it at the Roundup. Yeah, it's pretty blank. Nice, thick, small Roman coin. There we are. We're straight on the Roman field. I just had this very low sort of 8-9 signal. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a green edge. I did give the soil a rub because I was just looking But I tell you what that looks like. Now I could be totally wrong, but it looks like the edge of a fibula. I can't really get you in there. It looks like the tail end of a fibula brooch. Could it be? Those are some low numbers. I think it is, you know. I think I can now see the top edge of it. Let's have a little. Let me just show you. Put my headphones down. Sorry, guys, but I had took everything off. I was then going to have a short break. Let's just put some sound on for you. What's it sounding like? Can't even hear it now. It's a very faint signal, this was. Let's come up a little bit higher now. 13. Even 20s now. But it's, yeah, you can tell, see how scratchy that is. Let's go this side. And let's just gently try and get this out. This might be the best find of the day. I'm pretty sure that is a little fibula brooch. I'm going to use my fingers. I'll tell you what I'll use, if I can, because I don't want to damage it. I've got a little swing and dig toolkit, and this will come in absolutely perfect for this. It's a little brush and a little pick, little plastic pick. Let's try and get this out of here. Pretty sure that is a fibula. There we go. And it looks to be a little bit broken. Just try and put that away. Bear with me, guys. That was the most iffy of iffy signals. That's why I didn't film it, but as soon as I saw that little green edge, I thought, wow, it's got to be something good. There we go, guys. We have a Roman fibula brooch. That's made my day. It really has. Absolutely brilliant. It's a very small fibula brooch, that. It's got a little loop at the top. Yeah, I think it has. That's a little bit of a different one. I think there's a little hole through there. Just trying to clear that out. There's a little hole just through the top there, like a little loop on the top of it. But that's pretty cool, that. Shame that other side's missing, but there you go. 1800 to 2000 year old brooch. Roman brooch. Absolutely brilliant. Rather perfect 25 there. Ground is getting pretty tough down here, so I'm trying to dig a little bit wider. Doesn't sound that deep really, but that ground is solid. I think I've got it. That's a lovely little signal. Okay, what's that? Don't know if it's anything. It's just a random little piece of maybe bronze. Bit of an odd bit, but nothing. Yeah, just a random piece of metal. Well guys, I've not taken that many steps from that fibula, and I've just had this. It was coming in at about a 13. Now what on earth is that? Was that a ring? Possibly? Like an open-ended ring, or is it off something else? I don't know. I don't even know, to be honest. The age of it, I'm not entirely sure. But it's definitely ring shaped, isn't it? Whether that was, if it was opened up, would it have been a ring? Look at that, it's very medieval looking, those crosses. That is very cool. Like I say, I've got no idea on what it is, to be honest. If anybody's got a clue, please let me know. I'll try to see if there's anything on the inside. I don't think there is. But that is very cool. Sunlight's shining, I can barely see my screen, so I hope it's in focus and I hope you can see. But yeah, I've got no idea. That is a cool little item. Is there any other detail on it? No, it's just those sort of crosses. But I wonder, yeah, look, it's definitely in, there's a split, isn't there? So whether it would have been more opened up and a little bit of an open ring maybe, or is it like a, I honestly don't know. I've got no idea. Let me know what you think of that, guys. That is pretty cool. Very different. But yeah, definitely got that medieval style to me. I'd have said medieval with those crosses. I've found plenty of medieval stuff with that sort of style. I don't know whether Roman, I don't know whether they would have did crosses like that. I don't know. I've not seen much Roman with that style, so I'm going to go with medieval. But yeah, let me know what you think of that, please, guys. As always, very exciting when you get these bigger signals on here. 20, 21. Beautiful little tone. Getting a bit softer over here. I think it was a bit of an area where he was driving quite a lot where I was, so that was absolutely solid. But it's certainly softer over here, so there we go, we've got something green, something very small and green, just a piece of bronze. Doesn't look to be anything. Obviously was something, but yeah, nothing of real interest. Beautiful 34, 35 here. Now I dug this and there was a bit of brick, strange bit of brick or something came out of the hole, and I kept pinpointing to that and it was actually stuck to it. Now where did I put it? It's there. You can just see where the edge of the brick was on it, but I think it's a Roman. I think we might have a little bit of an imprint there, but this could be a really nice coin from the look of it. Look like we might have some really nice detail here. Just see if we've got a bust as well. Yeah, this is looking good, guys. I think it's a nice radiate. Looks like a nice radiate coin. Let's have a little spray. I think my spray bottle's given up, or I don't know whether the little pipe inside is slightly too long and it sticks to the bottom. Maybe. Either way, it's not working very well. I'll have to investigate that one. It's my favourite bottle, favourite spray nozzle anyway. But yeah, that is looking good. Look at this. You can see all the writing and everything around the outside. Not sure what it says, but that is a very nice little coin. I don't know if that's the best light. I can't really see my screen today. It's terrible. But there you go, look at that. That is a beautiful little Roman coin. Very well detailed. Now, I don't know my radiates very well, so I don't know the Emperor. But that is not a barbarous radiate. As I said before, the barbarous radiates are the ones where they were copies, basically. And they were never as good, never as crisp. So if you find one with a radiate crown and it's a bit of an iffy looking one, usually it's because it's a forgery kind of coin. But that is definitely not. That is just beautiful. Absolutely lovely little coin, that. Now, I don't very often find radiates in that condition either, so they usually are barbarous ones on here, but that's definitely not. That's an absolute corker. What a coin. What a save. It's hot and getting hard digging, but I reckon we can manage one last live dig for the day before we go to the roundup. It doesn't sound very deep, but I found ourselves a nice 17, 18. Hopefully it's not very deep, because the ground has just gone solid. We've only had like a week of dry weather, really. We've had plenty of rain this year, haven't we? Where are you? Don't do a disappearing act on me. You can hear that iron in the ground anyway. No, I think it's still in there. Come on. Sounds shallow, to be honest. It doesn't sound that deep. Maybe I'm just moving it around. But come on, be something good for the last one. I've had a couple of other Romans. I didn't film them because they were totally almost blank. But we've had a few today. Come on, where are you? It sounded shallow, but it's certainly not. There's just such hard ground. I can't believe how hard it's gone. Go on, be a bit of lead, yeah. Oh well, last one of the day is a piece of lead. But we've had plenty of good finds, so let's go to the roundup and have a look, shall we, guys? What a day. It's just beautiful out here as well. Don't want to go home. So there we are, guys. There's another day's digging, and a bloomin' good day's digging as well, I think. We've had some cracking finds today, we really have. And some unexpected ones. I mean, off that other field, like I say, I don't get a lot on there, to be fair. But I have had the odd little bit of Roman here and there, and the odd hammered. But yeah, it's very, very quiet. And to pull out a massive Roman coin like that, it's huge. Look at the size of it compared to all the other sort of average normal ones. But yeah, we've had plenty of little bits and bobs today. A few bits of clay pipe there. I believe the thinner ones are the earlier ones, because tobacco was more expensive. I think they're more sort of 1600s, and the fatter ones I think was sort of 1800s. Correct me if I'm totally wrong there, but that's what I thought. There's that little piece of Roman pottery that I found right by that big coin. I said I spotted a bit. I managed to find it again and pick it up, and it does look like a bit of a pot rim, but that is Roman pottery, yeah. So It actually came out of the hole whilst I was digging it, so that was pretty cool. There's a few bits of buckle there, a couple of little bits of buckle, a few average buttons, a part of a rather large ring thing, I think. It's a bit bronzy, so I gather that's what it is. There's that piece of pottery, that wasn't far from that big Roman coin as well. I don't know whether that is Roman pottery, Roman Samian ware maybe. It's red, isn't it? But it's got a funky design on it. Couple of fancy buttons there, bit of button pawn. That's probably the best one. That's got to be old, hasn't it, with those punch marks, and of course that flowery sort of pattern one there. They're very cool. I do like pattern buttons, as you know. We've got a little buckle pin there, that little medieval or post-medieval leather mount, which is very nice. Little flower again, probably a little flower. And you could, I don't know if you still can, but you could see some of the material still in around that that rivet there, some of the clothing or cloth. But that is, yeah, very cool. We had a little piece of a very small crotal bell. That would have been tiny, but yeah, the little top loop from a crotal bell. And of course, well, we had this lovely little fibula brooch. Absolutely brilliant, aren't they? I do love fibula brooches, and they don't come up too often. Shame it's broken there, but yeah, still a very cool little find. Well and truly on the Roman again today. This one, a bit of a mysterious one, really. Let me know. It almost looks like a little bird ring, but if it was opened up, I would say, I mean, it's quite small, but if it was opened up, it would be an open ring, if you like, an open bottomed ring. But whether it was or not, I don't know. Let me know what you think of that. I really would appreciate the thoughts on that one. But definitely got that medieval design to it. But yeah, really cool. That really interested to find out what that actually is. What else have we got there? Nothing. I think that's it for artifacts and partefacts. I think we've done really well today on those. I don't normally do that well. Coins wise, all Roman today. Absolutely all Roman. Look at the size of that coin. I think we can make out now it's dried up. I think you can just make out the bust there, just facing right there. That is a huge Roman coin, absolutely massive. And of course you can make out a figure on the back, and that is the little C. I've seen that before. So you got the figure standing on the back with a little C to the right of it, but 100% Roman coin, and a very big one. I tell you now, you wouldn't find one of this size on this field. I've had them all. They're the sort of first ones to come up, aren't they? But yeah, on the Roman field, there's nothing like that anymore. Unless it's deeper, it might get ploughed up one day. That was a very odd one, still not sure on it, but that is a bust. I'm certain it's a Roman coin. It's just very heavily struck, very bulged, and again a figure standing on the back, most likely. Very hard to make out what's going on there, but yeah, that is so heavily hammered. That's crazy. Yeah, it's almost 3D, isn't it? But yeah, got to be a Roman coin, that. Like I say, I had 2 or 3 others I didn't film. There's not much detail on any of them, apart from maybe this little half of a one. I think there's half a bust there, and maybe something on the reverse. There is a bit of writing there, but this one is the best coin of the day, I think. That is an absolutely stunning radiate coin. Look at the detail on that. Absolute beauty. What a coin, honestly. That is just stunning, isn't it? I'll get some of that good old artist seal on that, and that will sort that out a treat. Barely even need a clean up, that one. Just straight on with the art seal, and that'll be perfect. Yeah, I can't believe the detail of that. Best Roman coin in quite some time, I think, that one. Yeah, an amazing day again on the Roman. Yeah, started off badly today, if I'm honest. Very slow going, very quiet. Managing to winkle out a few really nice little finds. Come over to the Roman field, the field of dreams. This place is beautiful. It's my favourite field in the entire world. Yeah, and it always saves the day, this place. If ever I'm having a bad day, I've just got to come over to the Roman field, providing there's not full of crops, which it isn't. I'm so lucky that it isn't at the minute. But yeah, just head over to here and I can make up my day. You know, it's an incredible place. I'd love to know what actually went on here. My thoughts are that it was a market. I think there was a Roman market here, and there's springs nearby, and they were coming down for the water, and yeah, buying and selling lots of coins here, so makes total sense. And the amount of pottery on here is just incredible. Yeah, it's just laying everywhere. So but yeah, as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers. It's incredible. I'm shocked that it's got that far. And I absolutely, again, I appreciate each and every one of you that have subscribed to the channel and followed me. But yeah, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.